Hello viewers, welcome back to the Moose Mobile Auto Repair channel, and today we're working on a 2010 Toyota Corolla with the 1.8 liter engine, and today this engine is making some noise, I believe in the accessory drive area, and I believe that the alternator is making noise, but I'm not 100% sure yet. So we are going to have a look at it today and see on what's making the noise. Now earlier I checked this vehicle and I made a quick video clip on the noise. It's making a clattering noise every once in a while. And sometimes the noise is intermittent, so it comes and goes. But as soon as you've been driving the vehicle for some time, the noise comes back and it stays there. Now, typically in colder weather, the noise is a lot worse. So we are going to have a look at it, and I'm going to put the video clip that I made earlier. It's not the best clip, but you're able to see and hear the noise. It's like a clattering noise. So now I'm going to place the camera here. I'm going to start the engine and we'll see if the noise shows up or not. I did put a clip before this for you guys to see. So we're going to see if we can duplicate the noise again just for demonstration purposes. And then later we are going to take the drive belt off and inspect all of the pulleys. So right now the noise is not happening at the moment exactly, and I know that sometimes some technicians, they like to use a screwdriver to have a look at the noise and to pinpoint the source of the noise, but the more accurate way of doing this is to remove the belt and inspect each individual pulley manually. So I shut the vehicle off now, and so I'm going to take the drive belt off and we're going to have a look at it and inspect all of the individual pulleys. And I do have a video on replacing this alternator on a 2012 Corolla, which is pretty much exactly the same thing as this Corolla. So I'm not going to be showing that all over again. So I'm going to take the belt off. I'll have a look at it, then I will bring you guys back. So on this vehicle, you just need to loosen the 14 millimeter bolt down there and the 12 millimeter bolt over here. And then you need to loosen the adjustment in order to take off the belt. So on this vehicle, I believe it's the AC compressor that's making a majority of the noise. not so much from the water pump, and it's just maybe a tiny amount from the alternator, but it's not very much because this alternator has been on this vehicle for some time. It just makes like a little bit of a slight whining noise, but it's not that much because I'm hearing a clattering noise. That's the main concern on this vehicle. So I believe it's the AC compressor because when I spin this, you can hear the noise. I'll try to spin it again so you guys can hear it a lot better. I don't feel any play, I just hear the noise. I think that's enough for now. Now the alternator. Typically on these alternators they have a something called a decoupler pulley or a one-way clutch depending on the design. There's two different design. I believe they call it an OAD, which is an overrunning alternator decoupler, OAD, and then there's an OAP for overrunning alternator pulley. They operate slightly different. They don't operate the same way. So the design characteristics are a little bit different. I just call them the alternator decoupler pulley or the one-way clutch. So these type of pulleys, in order to check them, there's a variety of ways to check them, and there's a technique where you can insert a screwdriver at the end to see if it spins in one direction and not the other. I'm not going to do that here, but usually, and what I do is I turn it back and forth very fast, and you should feel like there should be a spring feel to it when you turn it back and forth rapidly. It's hard to explain because you really need to feel it in order to inspect it. So if you have a bad one on this, you will feel that there's no spring feel to it. So you just turn it back and forth quickly like this, and then you can just check it normally like this. So I already checked the alternator. It's still okay. I'm not going to call an alternator because it's making a tiny amount of noise. I just leave that. The water pump is okay. This has been replaced in recent years. I don't really hear any noise or no play on this. The alternator, it doesn't have any play when I push back and forth. It's just the alternator that's moving because I had to loosen up the adjustment. So everything looks good for the alternator and water pump. It's just the AC compressor is no good. On these vehicles, it's advised that you use the original AC compressor. Do not use aftermarket AC compressors because I've had problems with remanufactured and new alternators, they don't put out as much output as the OEM does. So make sure you use an OEM alternator. It's pretty much on all vehicles. I recommend to use the OEM AC compressor. These AC compressors on the 2009 to 2013 models are somewhat known to fail, and there's two different design AC compressors. I do have a video on that in which I did AC service at some point, so I will post a link on the screen and on in the description and comments section for you guys to watch. I talk a little bit more in depth about the AC compressors. So this AC compressor is going to be changed out at some point, but I'm just going to keep driving this vehicle for a while until it gets worse. It's my personal vehicle, so that's going to be it. So here's the old belt. So this is the old belt. I took it off. I forgot to mention that earlier. One other thing I forgot to mention is that it's probably a good idea to run the vehicle just to make sure that the noise has gone away when you take the drive belt off, so you can isolate if it's coming from the engine or if it's coming from the accessory drive area with the accessories. So I'm just going to turn the engine on and just to make sure that the noise has gone away. I know 100% it's from the AC compressor on this one. So you can see here, it's only the engine that's running alone, away from the accessories. There are no accessories right now that are running on this. This has an aftermarket crankshaft pulley on this vehicle. It's like a lightweight pulley, so I'm not hearing any noise. So I'm going to shut the vehicle off now. So that's going to be it for this one. We diagnosed this as a noisy AC compressor, and I'm probably going to replace it at some point in time. I'm not sure, depending if it gives me any problems now. Hopefully, maybe in the springtime, I think, or when the weather is a little bit warmer, I will see. We'll replace the AC compressor. That's it for today. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please don't forget to give it a like, and please consider subscribing to my channel if you're not already a subscriber, and please don't forget to hit that bell notification. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day and take care.